Excuse me, my friend. Excuse me. Could you come here? Yes, yes. Hello. Welcome to my little shop. You seemed a bit lost. The markets can be quite difficult for outsiders, so I figured... Would you like something to eat? Wonderful. I have some delicious fruits. They're simply heaven. May I ask, what exactly are you looking for? I might be able to help. Well, then I must say, you are very, very lucky. Because if it's weapons you're looking for, I am the best there ever will be. Please, take a seat. May I ask your price range and what exactly you're looking for? Well, with funds like that, I'd say you could afford almost anything I can offer. Yes. Do you know much about swords? More used to European swords. Well, I don't know how well I can accommodate that, but let's learn what you like together. Give me a minute. This one here is a classic, I'm sure. Alright, so, let's begin with something quite a bit outlandish. I think we'll start with the Kris. Well, most of these blades originate from Indonesia. This one I have here is Malay, so it's slightly more exotic. Now, the first thing you notice about the Kris blade is its distinctive curved pattern. Do you see that there? The blade is shaped, well, kind of like a wave moving up and down and up and down. The number of curves on the blade is always odd, with common numbers ranging from 3 to 13 waves, like this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 curves. But some blades have up to 29 curves. It's more for the aesthetic look of the blade, if I'm being honest. But trust me when I say you don't want to be on the wrong end of one of these. The wavy look of the blade is meant to increase the severity of the wound inflicted upon the victim, if you can imagine such a thing. Now, if that wasn't brutal enough, Kris blades are often infused with poisons during their forging process, which means any injury becomes very quickly fatal, no matter how small. So be careful. Different types of whetstones, acidic juices, and citrus fruits are brought out during the process to give off the contrasting colours of dark black iron and light silvery nickel layers, which form this distinctive colour. Interested? Yes, well, truly this is the blade for those who want to remain unnoticed. A small pinprick and just a bit of waiting is all it takes. Okay. Let's put that one back. Maybe... well... I don't know. Maybe you want more of a barbarian tool. Okay, well, may I recommend the kukri? Now, this blade comes all the way from Nepal, and as you can see, it has an inward curving blade, similar to that of a machete, used both as a tool and a weapon. Traditionally, it was, in many cases, a basic utility knife with the Nepalese people. Now, the kukri is designed primarily for chopping at an angle, and the angle and thickness of the blade can vary depending on its intended use. The blade usually has notches at the base, like you can see right here, either to make blood or sap, depending, again, on the use, to run off the handle, thereby preventing it from getting slippery. Speaking of which, most kukris are made from hardwood, the handle, you see, but the one I'm selling to you has an ivory handle, and that's at no extra charge. How do you like that? It's a bit too brutish. I can understand that. I suppose it's much like attacking with an axe, so I can see where you're coming from, if you prefer to kill... Are you a man of skill rather than strength? Okay, no, I understand. I understand completely. I think the hook sword might interest you. Although I must warn you, this weapon requires great skill. As you wish. Let me just... Very sorry. It's been a while since I brought these ones out, so I'm just having to clean it up. Anyway, there we go, perfect. Now the hook sword is a Chinese weapon traditionally associated with the northern style of Chinese martial arts, and unlike any of my other weapons, I would recommend heavily that this not be bought as a single item. You really do need two if you plan to use them to any effect. Now this weapon is quite unique, with a sharp blade that hooks up similar to a shepherd's crook. Do you see that? That's how it gets the name hook blade, because of the sudden change of direction at the very tip. They're a very beautiful weapon, with the handguard elegantly crafted like a crescent moon. Do you see that? But they have a 100% practical application. Now, there are 5 components I can think of for the hook sword. You've got the back, which is often used as a regular sword if you just want to do basic fighting. The hook, which is used to trip enemies, catch weapons, and for slashing down. Now, the end of the hilt, which is sharpened. And the crescent guard I mentioned earlier, which is used for blocking, trapping, and slashing. So the guard is a weapon. Now that is unique. And finally, when dual wielding the 2 hooks, you can loosely connect one to the other on the hooking mechanism and swing it around in the way that the second hook is extended further out, almost about 6 feet. It is really amazing. I'm really gushing, because I have a love for this sword that is... Are you interested? I thought you might be. You seem like a person of great taste. I can definitely see you with this. They come to 30 gold each, and I can throw in some book of techniques. You do read Mandarin, yes? Well, that might be a problem. Let me put those aside for now, and see if there's anything else. Now, sticking with the Asian style, if you're talking about swordsmiths in the world, the Japanese are guaranteed to be on the top of any list. So I thought we might have a look at their most famous weapon, a katana. Where is it? I know I put it somewhere. Scythe. God, who uses these things? Katana. These swords are used by the samurai and characterized by their distinctive appearance. A single curved edge blade with a circular or square guard along the grip, which accustoms 2 hands. Another one I have here is a square grip, but that's not really important, in my opinion. Some other people who are purists might say a round guard is better, but with that's all details. In any case, as you can see, the particular blade I have here is a dark red, as the final polish was mixed in with some kind of dye. They told me it was blood, but I don't think that really makes any sense. But it's very pretty. The process is extremely complicated in making one of these swords, involving smelting steel, dissolving, carving, removing impurities, forging and curving the katana, and many other things I just simply don't have the patience for. But, much like the Chinese hook blades, the katana does require a lot of training, and one must choose their fighting style, because the katana is very much a choose-your-own weapon. In a lot of ways you can fight, like, very fiercely. You can fight with a lot of tactic. It's very much up to you. I have a book on kenjutsu, which is the most common fighting style for this type of sword. Anyway, okay, so, okay, well, okay, no, I hear you, okay, that one back there, ooh, you have an eye, my friend. This is my pride and joy. Let me just, bit dusty. Haven't taken this thing down in a couple of years. You mentioned money wasn't a problem, right? the most expensive thing I own or likely will ever own. It's called a Damascus scimitar. Now, the scimitar is a very basic type of sword. It's curved blade, it's relatively lightweight, and primarily used for slashing. It's Arabic, I believe. I can't quite remember where. Pakistan? Wherever it was, they were lovely people down there. Very friendly. Now, the truly amazing part of this sword comes not from its type, but from its components, if you follow me. Are you familiar with Damascus steel? I'm sorry, I'm getting worked up. Take a closer look at the sword. Look at the metal. It's very similar to wood grain, isn't it? That's the sign of the Damascus handiwork. Now, I am not a fraud man, so believe me when I say Damascus steel is the strongest metal in the world. It could cut through a solid oak tree, and I think this particular one has... It's rather expensive, but completely worth it. This thing could cut through the Gordian knot. You're not familiar with that story? Tourist. Anyway, but it's 500 gold. Yeah, okay, I figured that would be your reaction, but it's a beautiful piece of work. Okay. Have you made your decision? I see. Well, it's all about what type of fighter you want to be. If you're the quiet, roguish type, I'd choose the Chris. If you want more of a brutal, barbarian approach, I'd choose the hacking power of the Kukri. Now, if you're interested in the hook blade, well, that might be for more of a acrobatic fighter. The Katana, well, that's usually for those with speed and agility. And the scimitar, well, that can be for a lot of people. Power is a dangerous thing, and it takes one truly good person to use it right. If you think that's something you can do, by all means, it's yours. Or use it badly. I don't really care. I just sell the weapons. Okay, just have a moment to think it through. I've got all day, except I don't, because this is a store, and I run things, and yeah. Interesting choice, but I must say, not unsurprising. I can definitely see you wielding that well. Now, I'll just need my payment. Huh. Are these... Where are these from? No, I'll definitely accept them. They're just, they're interesting, aren't they? A little gold. No, that's good. That's good. Thank you very much. I hope your new tool serves you well. Farewell. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. Charming.